Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of the Dragonfly Tour. I'm here at Stodmarsh Nature Reserve. I'm trying not to be distracted by all the robins and small birds flying around me at the moment. When I set off this morning it was beautiful and sunny, and now it's overcast and grey. Now today, for the first time this year, I'm hoping to find some adult dragon and damselflies. Now I have seen a few larger damselflies. I've got some shaky footage here in a lunch break in Essex, but today, I want to set the day aside and try and find these things properly, get some proper footage, although the weather is against me. But let's see how we get on. I've moved into the reserve a bit more. I'm now on a stretch of path, which is the best one I know of for variable damselfly. The birds are singing, the sun is out, and I've seen some insects flying around, so let's see what we can find. I did see some here last year on the 1st of May, and today is April the 30th, so fingers crossed, should see some today. Let's go have a look. Looking around the vegetation, I did find this Ringia rostrata, or Pinocchio hoverfly. You can probably see why it's called that with that long nose. And this stretch spider feeding on some prey. And then, and look at that, I've just been chatting to a fan of the show, no less, and we've had a variable coming out in front of us. This one's a female. I can tell it's a variable because the segments on her abdomen are less than 30% blue. And when you look at the pronotum, it's got this obvious deeply trilobed shape. Apparently they're not a fan of hoverflies either. There was also this cool little owl hanging out at the barn. It's quite a well known spot for little owls. I've just finished walking down the path past the main lakes in the reserve. I haven't seen much in the way of dragonflies, certainly no hairy dragonflies. One variable, one blue tail, neither of which wanted to sit around for me to film them. But I have seen lots of lovely bird life. There's been some hobbies flying around. I've heard a bittern booming in the distance, and I think I can just about hear a nightingale singing somewhere way over there. But it's still warm and sunny, so there's still time. It's only the middle of the afternoon. There's been loads of invertebrates around. I just had a little flower crab spider, that was pretty cool. So I might not have had any luck so far, but I'm going to keep walking around the reserve and let's see what we can find. Here we have one of the many hazards for wildlife here. People on a boat going much too fast. And you can see some of the problems it causes with this big wake, causing erosion of the bank. I was just walking along the path here, and I'll just show you what I've found. Here we have a rather interesting looking depression, shall we say, or hole almost in the bank, and I put my foot there to give you an idea of scale. That is beaver sized, and if I turn round it goes off down there into the reserve proper, so it's coming out of the River Stour and into the reserve. I reckon that's a beaver trail because there are beavers here, although I'm not likely to see one obviously because it's daytime. It's not easy to see in this light, but I've just found another beaver trail. It goes across the path, comes down here, and I'll just adjust the exposure so you can see. And then look at this. Genuine beaver-chewed branch. Fantastic. There's another one down there as well. Now this is great news for the other wildlife here because beavers are fantastic ecosystem engineers, and of course they should be here. They are native to the UK. Ah, fantastic. By the river I also came across this teneral damselfly. Initially I thought it might be a variable, but looking at the pronotum it's very rounded and not too deeply lobed, so I'm pretty sure it's an azure damselfly. I popped into the hide to have a look. There were plenty of birds around, some teal, some shell ducks, and this green shank which was hunting the small flies around the edge of the scrape. And a great view of this wonderful marsh area. Walking along from the hide, I came across this sedge warbler. Well, it's getting on a bit, it's gone 5 o'clock. I've had a good look around. I've not quite done the full loop yet, but there's been no sign of any hairy dragonflies. Had a few damselflies, but what I have seen is lots of wonderful bird life. I've heard bitterns, I've seen greenshank, loads of hobbies, the best views of hobbies I've ever had, I reckon. Certainly up there. Loads of ducks, seen some cute little ducklings, buzzards, had a kestrel hovering wonderfully. Yeah, it's been a good day. I haven't got the dragonfly yet, but I've got plenty of damsels, a few ticked off the list, and plenty more trips to go. See you in the next video.